Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is going to be our first alternate card using the Safari Celebration February 2022 paper pumpkin kit. I'm actually going to make the card that is on the back of your instruction packet that shows one of the alternates. We're also going to make this alternate here, but that'll be another video. So let's get started on this one. I have all the elements I need out. I've got my card base, I've got my piece of vellum, I've got all the different leaves and fronds that we need. I've got the circle and my stamps. So I need the frond stamp and the fantastic stamp. So this is not using anything from my stash. This is just another card that we could potentially make with the kit contents. So I've got the piece of vellum down just as a reference point because I want to stamp the fronds and I want them to show up where they're supposed to show up. So I have cleaned off and there we go. I've just got something on the stamp. I've cleaned the stamp off and stamped it down a couple of times just on its own. But I wanted to just double check to make sure that it is actually inking up nicely before I put it on the card. And that looks great. So I'm going to ink up the stamp and I'm going to stamp 2 fronds here and 2 at the bottom. It almost looks like there might be 3 at the bottom, so I can do that. And as I say, I've got the vellum here kind of as a reference point. So I'm going to put one up here like this. And then I'm going to ink up and put another one fairly close to it. Then when we get to the bottom, so this is going to sit like this. Okay. I'm just going to pop one down here like this. And then one kind of out like that. And I am going to put that third one in. If it gets covered up, it gets covered up. So, all right. So I now need to stamp Fantastic on this circle piece. As I said, this isn't using anything from my stash. This is all elements of the kit. Okay, so let's just make sure this is inking up well again. And that's better. Okay, so let's make sure we've got good ink on there. And we're just going to pop this down like that. So it fits just in that circle. Now let's start layering up. First thing we need to do is put the vellum down. And we know that it's mostly going to be covered up along the middle. So I'm going to use my adhesive dots. Usually when I do the alternate cards, I use my tape runner and things like that. But because this is only items that are in the kit, I thought I would just use items in the kit. So we can put this down. Again, the stitch side up. I'm just going to center that, kind of drop it down like that. And that one leaf is covered up underneath, but that's okay. And what they've got here is they've got, the greeting is actually on top of everything. So they've put these in like this. And then this one is kind of up top like that. And then this one is here. You almost don't see it because of the colors. And then that goes there. So now let's just put this down. And that would actually cover all of the stems up. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive dots on these fronds here and stick them down. So let's, and this one kind of goes off the center like that. So yeah, I opted not to make this one ahead, simply because I want to have as many of the elements of the kit available for alternate cards as possible. But you, of course, can do this however you like. I'm just going to pop this one in here. And there's no fronds or anything on this one. Actually, there's one of these soft succulent ones that goes in the middle there. So we'll just pop this one down in the middle. Sometimes it's hard to see from the little pictures, but that also means that you can make your own interpretations as well. Just going to make sure I pop that underneath that leaf like that. There we go. All right. So on the other side, let's just take another look at the picture. The yellow frond is kind of underneath everything. So let's pop that one down. There we go. And we're going to put this right here. And then we'll put the adhesives on this one. Like that. Okay, here we go. I love paper pumpkin kits. There's just so many different things you can do with them. So we're going to pop that on like that, just there, so you can still see that one stamped leaf underneath. And there we go. Just peel the backings off those ones, and we can stick this one down kind of right here, I think, like this. And then we put dimensionals on the back of our greeting, and we pop that down. So you can put as many dimensionals on as you want. I'm just going to put a couple on. That's all it really needs. And then we're going to line this up, pop it down so the tails of our leaves don't show. And there we go, like that. We can take some of our stones, if we like, and put them down. Let's just put a couple up here, and maybe one down here like this, just to kind of bring some more interest in. So that is our first alternate card using elements from the Safari Celebration Paper Pumpkin Kit. Thanks so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.